All right. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. This is Brother Kasha Kuala.
Brothers of Ab, Kabash.
We're from the GMS Atlanta camp, coming back at you with another lesson. And today's lesson is going to be on Esau's surveillance, because we know he's keeping tabs on us, labeling, us, the black Hebrew Israelites, okay? You want to pull out that article real quick? Because we're just going to jump right into it.
Okay, topic reads: the surveillance state and an inexorable march towards totalitarianism.
Yeah, keep it.
Gizmodo released an article entitled U.S. Homeland Security wants facial recognition to identify people in moving cars on 11/2/2017 by Matt Novak. The surveillance state has slowed down its rate of growth since the president took office. However, it has not halted the growth. Instead, it lies festering below the veneer of daily events and inexorably growing its tentacles and extending their reach. Akin to an infestation of weeds, the roots are deep within the fabric of our communication networks.
Oh, okay. So it says they're deep into the fabric of our communication network. So every time you make a call, every time you send an email, every time you FaceTime somebody, it's all you can say rigged or tapped into, so they know who you're talking to, where you're at, what you're doing at all times. Keep reading on that.
Telephones, CCTV, closed circuit television cameras, the internet, all are thoroughly permeated.
And then read that little part right there. That's interesting. Yeah.
The proposed program will allow Homeland Security to maintain a database of everyone who leaves and enters the U.S. that would now include photos taken by spying robot cameras at every border crossing.
See, that's Homeland Security. So, Trump wanted to initiate that, monitoring who comes in and out of the United States. Okay, and with that comes the chip also. But the Homeland Security also, I ran into a person who's trying to get their green card or whatnot. Okay, she's from like Australia or something like that. I was having a conversation, and she told me her whole journey through it, and she ended up getting it, and she was happy that day, but she was also kind of like weirded out, because when she went to go take her or get her last interview, she was in the office of some agent, didn't even know his name, and he turned his computer around and started clicking through pictures and was asking, "Is this you? Is this you? Is this you?" And she was saying those pictures were taken when she was in college, and when she was in college was about 13 years ago from today. So they've been spying and peeping her out and keeping track of her every move for 13 years just for her to acquire her green card. Esau has tabs on everybody, and we already know that. That's why we're not surprised when we try to put up a video, it gets put down, or we make a video and the sound don't work, or our phone just turns off automatically. We already know it's Esau messing with this stuff. Okay, it's just a left-handed energy, because this is we're living in a left-handed world right now. This is Satan's playground.
Yeah. The world is given into the hands of the wicked.
Exactly.
So this is nothing new.
There's nothing new under the sun. And to land back off of that that article, and then we're going to jump into the scriptures. There is actually an act that was passed this year. It's called the USA Liberty Act of 2017. Okay? And this is a quick synopsis of the act. It says a bill to amend the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act of 1978 to clarify and improve the procedures and accountability for authorizing certain acquisitions of foreign intelligence, to extend Title VII of such act to ensure that the barriers of sharing critical foreign intelligence among the intelligence community that existed before September 11, 2001, because you know September 11 was a big hoax, just so they can impede into people's so-called constitutional rights, okay? It says are not reimposed and for other purposes, okay? And to land back off of that, I'm gonna get a quick synopsis of what the USA Liberty Act really is, okay? I'm gonna read this thoroughly and quickly, okay? Congress, it says USA Liberty Act has some surprises. It says Congress has just over 2 months to reauthorize, and this came out October 24th. So Congress has just over 2 months to reauthorize or alter the controversial NSA surveillance powers before they expire. A bipartisan attempt to tweak the controversial parts of the FISA Amendments Act has been introduced in Congress. It is called the USA Liberty Act of 2007. Here's the point. Right now, via the FISA Amendments Act, emails and phone calls of an unknown number of Americans are being recorded and stored in a database law enforcement agencies can search without first getting a warrant. These are often called backdoor searches, as they bypass Fourth Amendment protections of our privacy. Just like I said, they're just impeding in the so-called rights, constitutional rights as Americans that we have. They're pretty much saying, fuck the Constitution, we can do whatever we want.
Which has always been Esau's stance from the beginning. You know, every single treaty that he's ever put together, he's broken it. So this is nothing new. You know, they always do things like that, make it seem like you know, it's an illusion. Mm-hmm. You really don't have any rights here. It's like niggas think they're free. They're not free. You're still on the same continent that you were brought to serve slavery. Mm-hmm. Did you leave here? All of a sudden, y'all adopt this as your homeland, calling yourself African Americans. Mm-hmm. It's foolish.
That's modern day Hellenization right there. Okay, because you're stealing from your land, and then they put you in hardcore bondage slavery and beat their ways in you. Now you think you're one of them. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing that was going on in Jerusalem, in that whole little area where Paul was going on his journeys. That's why he was appointed, when you read Galatians, the 2nd chapter, he was appointed to the uncircumcised or the Gentiles or the heathens. Like it says in Galatians 2, verse 7 through, I think, like 9 or 8. Mm-hmm. Okay? Do you got a scripture? Yeah, go ahead and bring it up.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave.
That pomp is brought down to the grave. So like that pride, go ahead.
And the noise of thy vows. Mm-hmm. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Okay. Because that's what's happening right now. You know, all that bullshit that Esau has been spewing out there, you know, all the behind the scenes, you know, surveillance he's been keeping on people, keeping records and all that. All that's going to come to naught because he's going to be brought down out of that seat.
Yeah, because he had, like it says, he should be wiser than Daniel.
Yep.
So he has that light, he has a certain light that people are not exposed to, like certain facts and truth.
Exactly.
But he uses it on the left hand side.
Right. And he, you know, he keeps, you know, like the account the brother just brought out, he keeps a record of everything, and everything has a camera and a microphone nowadays.
Yep.
You know, so him being Lucifer, that light bearer that bring out light, you know, he has information on yourself that you may not even know. You know, he can show you things about you that you didn't even know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's because he's really trying to be like the Most High. He wants to be omnipotent,
There you go.
like the Most High.
Come. Is there more on that?
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer,
Meaning light bearer.
son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
All right, and that's speaking about this short reign that he's been having right now. He's going to weaken the nations by letting those other nations drink of the golden cup. Okay, continue.
For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh.
Come, and the stars of Yahweh is representation of the elect, man. Okay, get 2 Thessalonians. Yeah, 2 Thessalonians. Y'all know one, man.
2 and 4.
Yep.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. Who oppose it and
Start at actually start at 1.
Let's start at 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 Thessalonians, this is 2 and 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of your Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be soon shaken in mind, or be troubled neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Yahweh Shai is at hand. The day of the Lord is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first.
And that falling away was slavery. Go ahead.
And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
That's Esau. That man of sin be revealed, you know, and the son of perdition. Perdition meaning the son of destruction. Okay.
And who has been the most destructive people on the earth since we've known it? It's been the Edomites. Okay, the so-called white people, the elite of this world, the light bearers, the people that have the information, that write your textbooks and your history books, the people that run the news, write your laws, control how things move around. That's what this is speaking about. So now that the day of the Lord is going to come after these people are falling away, you know, and also, you know, the curses are going to have to be rescinded now back onto them. That's in Deuteronomy, I believe 28, 16. It speaks about after the curses are on us right now, but it's going to go back over to our enemies. Once that have passed away. As I say now, I'll read it again. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High."
So
all that is called God.
He exalted himself, all that is called God, or, you know, the Most High, meaning he exalted himself over the children of the Most High. Okay? It makes it seem like he is the Most High. Go ahead, Ar.
Or that is worshipped, so that he is the Most High, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself as he is God. And that's exactly who Esau is pretending to be. You know, he's pretending to know everything. You know, y'all go to him and believe everything that he says. You know, all he needs to do is take a clean shave, put a suit on, and that's it. You know, he's innocent. You know, and that's how Esau comes. Okay? It says, remember, verse 5, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now he know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time.
And this is right now. This is the time that Esau
Exactly.
gets revealed.
Mhm.
He's been getting the skirt has been lifted on him, and he can't take it anymore. That's why he's coming out with these surveillance acts, trying to tap into what we're doing, what we're saying, where we're going.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He's watching this video right now before we even posted it onto YouTube.
Yeah, because they have the ability to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They have the ability to hack your devices, man. That's easy.
Come.
That's easy, man.
That's light work too.
Yeah, all these top hackers, man, they get caught all the time. All they do, they go work for the government.
Mm-hmm.
They work for that, that system.
Come. You got something up? Was there more on that?
Yes, that's some more, but the wicked pretty much is being revealed through, the apostles. The spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, through the apostles of Great Millstone and all the men on down, because we're the only ones that's really bringing out the truth of the Bible and exposing who the Edomites even are.
Exactly.
Some people believe the Edomites don't even exist.
That they're
Some people
already
think
done
they're
away with.
Japhet. So it's all types of madness out there.
Mhm.
So for you to get this understanding, you gotta listen to the men of the Lord.
Mhm.
That takes discernment. You gotta know who they are.
Exactly. Yeah. Come.
This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up. Matter of fact, let me read verse 2. Revelation chapter 20, verse 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Okay.
And cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more.
Come. Reread that.
From
Second verse. Yep.
Revelation chapter 20, verse 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil,
Okay.
and Satan bound him 1,000 years.
There you go. It said he laid hold of that dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil, and laid hold of him for 1,000 years. When it's talking about the old serpent, it's talking about all the way in the book of Genesis. That's what Esau's wicked spirit has been on the earth since the foundation. That's why he went to the weaker vessel and said those things to her to make her go off, in turn, make Adam go off. Okay? And it says, what else it say?
It says, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him.
No, verse 2 again. So,
Okay. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil,
devil meaning deceiver. Go ahead.
and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Satan meaning adversary.
Mhm.
So who is the biggest adversary and deceiver walking the face of this planet? Esau. And the brother just brought out, which I do want to get that. Can you hold Ezekiel the 28th chapter and just hold the first verse? Because the brother said that for thou art wiser than Daniel. Don't the scriptures say be as harmless as a dove, wise as a serpent? Serpents or snakes are very wise in their craft. They're very sneaky and conniving. They know how to get away and move and maneuver. And I'm speaking literally as a snake. They know how to move in the nature and not get caught by other predators.
Kind.
That's how Esau moves. That's why he's that old serpent, the devil, a deceiver, and Satan, an adversary. To who? The men of the Lord, the children of Israel, the elect.
Mhm.
Okay?
It's been like that since the beginning, since Genesis,
Mhm.
since the garden.
Yep.
That's what Esau's been always trying to do, slither his way into people's minds to manipulate them and do his will. And that's how Esau moves, man. He's been all up in y'all people's head the whole time.
Very manipulative.
Very manipulative, So we got more on that.
And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him,
Mhm.
that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
There you go. It says the bottomless pit. When you read in Revelation about the bottomless pit, it's talking about the area of Europe. Okay? Continue.
And after that, he must be loosed a little season.
A little season, man. Esau has not been in rulership for a long time. What, since the Greeks? since they took over the Persians and Medes around 380 BC. They're fairly new, just like their speech is new, the English language is new. You know, they're bastards, man. Their speech, their doctrine, everything they have is blasphemy, and they're bastards. Okay, they're new. That's why I said be for a little Caesar, man. Okay, he came out of those Caucasus Mountains, took over the Ottoman Turks, and then it was all done from there after taking down the Byzantine Empire. Okay, that's when you go into the Dark Ages, but that's when Jake was ruling. You know, the Moors, you know, and then they just started infiltrating like a snake. That's when you get your civil wars, or you get your something called the Cavaliers. A guy named Oliver Cromwell who took down King Charles and beheaded him. And then that's how they snuck their way into power. And now we're in the predicament that we're in today.
Yeah.
And then you got the slave trade and all. It's just downhill for that. From there, it's because we went off. That's when the curses started. That was that falling away first. You know.
Well, it was all due to us, you know, disobeying the Lord. That's what Israel has been doing and is continuing to do. Just disobey the Most High power, man. That's why you know, really Satan is in order, and Satan uses his physical counterpart Esau to do his work for him, but they're all under the order of Yahweh Shai. And they only get to do what they do because they're given those orders, but really Israel's going off. You know, and once the Most High allows Satan to run riot, you know, it's a wrap. We're not strong enough in the spirit yet, you know, but some men are, but really, you know, talking about coming over here in slavery, and you know, that's why they had to, you know, make sure the name of Israel was no more. Psalms is 83. Yeah, you know, to take that name out of there, to take away the name of your Lord, so you can't call on that power, because once you don't have him, it's a wrap, man. Satan got you.
See, they know about Al-Shaji.
They know.
That's why they try to take us away from it. You know, that's why they try to take us away from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because if we tap into that power source, it's done battle for you, Edomites.
Yeah, they know that.
They know even when Moses was in the wilderness, he had that brass serpent. And if you came to it, to Moses, where the snake was, you wasn't gonna get harmed. Like, you wasn't gonna get bitten and ate to death by snakes, because they went through a little part of the wilderness where they got bitten by snakes. But Moses having that serpent represented Yahweh shot too.
Because, like, you know, in the Exodus, you got to remember too, because we're about to go into a second Exodus. But this second Exodus, all Israel is going to be saved, but the 2/3 of it is going to get their punishment first. You know, in the first Exodus, he said, "Let my people go," and all of Israel left Egypt. It's not going to be the case this time. There's going to be a select few of Israel, the elect 144 and the 1/3, to be saved up out of the state. Okay? Yeah. The Most High, he's like, look, y'all 2/3, I gave y'all a chance in getting you out of Egypt, and you still show me that you go off, man. Yeah. So that's done for. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get my elect, and y'all going to get y'all punishment and come back to the kingdom of everlasting shame and contempt, like it says in Daniel 12:2, I think. You know? When you jump back on top, you got more to that?
And it goes into the surveillance too, because the elect is going to be tested in the time of temptation, the hour of temptation.
Yes, sir.
It says, verse 4, "And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. Meaning right or left.
Right, I was just about to say that. Meaning right or left. Also, when you read Revelation 14, it talks, even Revelation 13, it talks about the mark of the beast being in the right hand. When you read that, that means like the correct hand. It could be literally your right hand or your left hand. Whatever hand is correct. You know what I'm saying? Where it doesn't matter. You can get it in your calf muscle. If you get the chip, you got the chip, man. You got the mark of the beast. You gave in to the image of the beast. You gave in to the philosophy of the beast.
You lack faith.
You lacked faith, and you didn't believe Yahweh Shem Shai could get you out of the situation. Even if you perish, like it says in what he was reading in verse 4, those that were beheaded for Yahweh Shai, for being the witness of Yahweh Shai, for the men out there pushing the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, did not John the Baptist get beheaded? Did he keep the faith till the end? That's a clear example of what it's speaking about right there. And that's about and this is John the Revelator seeing this. Not John the Baptist. John the Baptist did not write Revelation. Okay? John the Revelator, one of the sons of thunder that Yahweh Shai was speaking about, wrote Revelation, just to clarify that. Okay? But there's going to be men during the end who may get beheaded. That may be their lot. You know what I'm saying? Can you reread that?
Come. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness.
He said he saw thrones, man. And those that sat upon them gave judgment, correct?
Yeah.
Man, that's us going up to the synagogues and the princes. You know what I'm saying? That's us going up to the politicians in that day. They gonna cast us, or we're gonna get ratted out by somebody, maybe a family member, or just some random Joe Schmo. Oh, I remember those guys on the block. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just picturing that,
Hey, get your piece in.
Yeah, this is Sirach 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death.
Strive to the truth until death, man. Doesn't in Revelation the second chapter say? Matter of fact, can you get that real quick? It's a real quick precept. Revelation 2 and I think 25. Because reread that again.
This is Sirach 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
And the Lord shall fight for you. Doesn't in the book of Proverbs say that the Lord will be a buckler and a shield for you? So if any trouble comes to you, it's going to be blocked. Didn't the scripture say he's going to set up a standard? That spiritual hedge that's going to keep you protected? Who says that he's not going to send an angel down to come protect you?
Yeah, we gotta have faith.
You got to have
in order
faith.
to have that, okay? You gotta be of the elect. That's not gonna work.
You got that?
Okay. Revelation chapter 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come.
Hold fast till I come. Didn't what the brother Zaab just read said, strive for the truth
Unto death.
until death,
No, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
and the Lord shall fight for you.
You know, because you gotta have faith that you're gonna be taken out of this. That's all. That's it. Y'all could come and bust down the doors and go through our computers and whatever. Brothers don't have anything that we're setting up or planning. All we're doing is the work of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Reading the scriptures, praying unto the Lord, crying out to Him to get us out of this captivity. You know, trying to keep the laws to the best of our ability so it's pleasing unto the Lord. You know, practice these righteous acts. We're not doing anything but the works of the Lord. Why? Because that helps build our faith. Because our faith is what's going to get us out of here when those perilous times come. When we're faced, and we're going to strive on to death for that. We're not taking the check willingly, man, at all. That's not happening, and the Lord is not going to allow that to happen to you if you're part of the elect. But you have to have faith in those things, man. You know, and faith without works is dead. You know,
Exactly.
show me, and you know, because a lot of y'all don't want to do the work and be like, well, I have faith that I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm just a friend of the prophet, and I can do this and I can do that. Scripture said what? Show me your faith, your works by your faith, I'll show you my faith by my works. If I'm not mistaken, is it James? Second?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
second, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we don't have to get it, but I mean, like, we gotta work to build our faith up. Because that's the only thing that's gonna save you. You gotta have faith that, you know, Yahweh Shai is gonna come through the clouds and save you, man.
That's the faith is the key. You know, regardless on how much surveillance or how many billions of dollars or how many acts or how many amendments, how many laws they write to keep tabs on you. You know, we're not ignorant to Esau's devices, man. Like the scriptures say, we already know you got surveillance on us, man. But we got faith. That's something you will never know because you're a carnal being.
God.
You know.
Yeah, but Esau really Esau knows this is real. He's really keeping tabs because he wants to find the elect of the Lord. You know, that's what he's looking for. Because y'all niggas don't matter. But he wants to be able to see, you know, brothers gonna start getting spiritual powers. Esau wants to be the first one to see that. And let me come go get that guy. You know, he just, you know, disappeared or did something. That's what he's really looking out for. You know?
He's a perfect antagonist, man, to this story. Go ahead, Al.
Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 1. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, Thus said the Lord power, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas. Like
Clean precept to what we read in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, the 4th verse, man. Because he said he's going to sit on the seat of the Most High and say he is the Most High. Keep going on.
Yet thou art a man.
Yet thou art a man. Like we were just in Isaiah 14, I don't know if you're still holding it. But they said, is this the man that does weaken the nations? You know, is this the dude? But he's still calling himself the Most High and coming out with this technology, the chip, these surveillances, these cameras, and everything that he taps into, those are so-called his angels.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Reporting everything back to him. That's why when we read in that article, the USA Liberty Act of 2017, it says it's a database for law enforcement. And they can do searches and tap into you without a warrant.
Yeah, kind of. But they can do that already. All those chips that you have on your bank cards and all that stuff, those things are traceable. They can just scan it. They can pull up a file on you. Your name, you know, where you work, everything, man. We're completely in the matrix, so to speak. You know, they're running this world, and the only thing that can get us out of here is our power. That's why we're sitting here doing this work. You know,
Exactly.
because we can't combat Esau with his technology. You can't. You know, but who's to say they might have one of the elect that's very high level in tech. You know, and will be able to do certain things to help men in that day. You know, the Lord's going to do wondrous works, man. You know, but Esau has to be taken out of that power seat. That falling away first has to come again. And this time he's going to be the one falling away.
Hey, you even got a on a low level, like if you got a Google app, Play Store, you can even Google live app camera, a live camera app, and you can see time in real, you know, you can see people in real time, like traffic moving or something like that. Like that's just on a low level. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
so, you know, they got something
They got
way high advanced in technology than that. It's really tracking out every move, and they gonna put that all in RFID chip.
Yeah, well, most cars are coming with chips now. Your car, you know, has chips in it.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is traceable, man. Your phone, your fobs, you know, your clothes. They're putting chips in clothes. These high-end brands now, you know, to make sure it's authentic. You know, this whole chip thing is everywhere. You go to the grocery store, it's regular vernacular now. Like, put your chip in, put your chip in. They're conditioning, your mind.
Desensitizing.
That word. That's no big deal. That ain't nothing.
Yeah.
That's oh my God, another conspiracy there. All you black women, you the biggest coons out here. You know, we always hop on these men, but y'all women are the biggest coons, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just all into this Babylonian way of life, y'all. And y'all gonna
go with Esau.
Y'all right under Esau.
Cold.
It's Esau being the most wicked, and then here comes the black woman. You know, and y'all fucking effeminate niggas that are up under these women are being led, and y'all gonna lose your life for that.
Exactly.
You know, y'all gonna be put to death for falling behind your woman. Yeah.
You know, and just like the brother Zahab said, it's damn Edomites and Eve.
Mm-hmm.
But wasn't it like that in the beginning?
God.
So you don't think it's gonna be like that towards the end too?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you want to continue on that, and then we can get Obadiah and close out on
Yep.
Yet thou art a man and not God.
Mm-hmm.
Though thou set thy heart as the heart of God, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Mm-hmm.
With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures, because he had time to live it up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's how he can go into all those other doctrines and certain advanced knowledge above the average people.
Like the science that they
we
go
always
into.
working just like the brother, I think the elder Yashua, all them brothers went into it. The elder apostles and elders, they went into it.
It's like just like when he says thou art wiser than Daniel. And what does it say again? Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. You know, there's ultimately no secret they can hide from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but they can hide some of the secrets from us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why a wise move from you, man.
Yeah, that's America's number one commodity, information. You know, being able to have information that other people don't have will make a lot of determinations, man. That's how they control you, by keeping you in complete darkness.
Yeah,
you know. All right, this is Obadiah. I'll start at verse 3. The pride of thine heart had deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Exactly. It's the same thing when the Most High told Moses to go tell Pharaoh to let my people go. But remember what the Most High told Moses before he went to go say that to Pharaoh? He said, look, go tell Pharaoh to let the Israelites go. But I'm telling you this now, when you go tell him that, he's not going to let them go. Why? Because I'm going to harden his heart and make him proud. Okay? Go ahead.
Just like these Edomites.
He's doing the same thing to these Edomites that he did to Pharaoh back in the ancient world.
And it's all to show his power. This is verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, which is the national bird of this country.
Exactly.
It's not the national bird of the Vatican.
It was the national bird of the Romans.
Yeah, I mean,
like
y'all just. But this is talking about these Edomites here, man. You know, this Babylon. They're the ones that, you know, and they pride themselves like in their Air Force.
One example too, you can go back into the history. The Jim Crow?
With the Jim Crow laws?
Yeah. And also your man, damn, I'm trying to think of it. That former, he was the head of I think CIA.
I'm not too sure. For some reason,
I think he killed Fred Hampton.
Well, what are you saying though?
I forgot his name, but he had top surveillance on Jake too, and he was promoting that surveillance act too as well. Because what NDAA is one of the surveillance acts. It includes surveillance acts because they got direct they got subjection over your possessions and the executive orders. Like if state of national emergency happens, then they can take your boats, your cars, your trucks, any food, goods, any manufacturing. They can just
They can do what they want.
they can just take it.
Because it's a law, you know,
That
they
they
put
made.
in place.
And you signed it, you consent to it too.
It's not like you got a choice.
Yeah.
Kind.
Yeah, you ain't got no choice to.
You got it.
All right, this is Obadiah 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, hence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. And we do everything thus saith the Lord. You know, this is not us like, well, we're some, black supremacist group that's coming together to try and take down, this system. No. Thus saith the Lord that this system is going to be brought down after a certain period of time.
Yep.
Okay, and this is we just bringing the message.
Come.
That's all that we're doing. Okay, and he says, and though thou set that nest amongst the stars, who did that? Who were the first ones to claim they went to the moon and set their nests and put their flag
I
down?
was about to say that.
Who did that?
Yep. That's a clean prophecy to 1969.
See,
The space race. Sputnik. Those are Edomites too. Even though it was Russia, those are Edomites too.
Mm-hmm.
You got it?
Kind. If these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Yeah.
They're greedy, man. Just like it says in Habakkuk 2. They can't keep home and increase it. Their desire is hell. Loosely paraphrasing. It's the same thing right here. They're greedy, and it's like they wouldn't leave anything for nothing. For
The
nobody.
devils, man.
Not even in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They'll destroy themselves if they live any longer.
Mm-hmm. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Oh, you see, and those like some of those hidden things, that surveillance. All them hidden cameras and stuff like living in DC for the past 10 years. It's ridiculous the amount of cameras that they have in DC. And they're cameras that you don't know that's there as well, that are disguised as other things, disguised as a wall or a mailbox, disguised as a lamppost, light. They got a lot of cameras everywhere. They see everything. Yeah.
The whole place is
The whole place is bugged.
automatically a domestic terrorist, man.
Yeah. Kind of.
They got laws on just how various the penalty of committing such an act that you would normally do. They can just charge you for it, by having more than 7 days of groceries in your house. Why you can't eat that much groceries, or having $10,000 on you? The FBI can try to indict you or prove some case on you.
Because it's not really yours.
Yeah.
Nothing in this world is really yours.
Yeah, America wasn't even built to prosper. It was meant to prosper for a certain amount of time, but it was meant to be an instrument towards their warfare and stuff like that, because they gained money off war, bloodshed. Rothschild elite.
That's big money, man. War is big
And
money.
that's what they're going into now, World War III.
Yeah.
But all the civilians is posting up a crime on you, just like they did in Minority Report. You know, brothers mentioned that a lot, but really you just watch the movie again. If you didn't see it in a long time, you catch certain stuff that you catch at first, and it's like, damn,
It's kind
that's really neat though. How the scriptures really match up with everything that's going on.
For everything. Because the scriptures are living.
Kind. This is verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a woman under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom? and understanding out of the mount of Esau.
Jesus is the word.
And thy mighty men, O Timon, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
So, you know, you Christians always avoid the book of Obadiah. You know, what about the book of Obadiah?
But we're in it right now.
You know, has this happened yet? But you want to say Esau's been cut off already. You got it out.
Correct. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Because you touched the Lord's anointed. All right? Even though 2/3 Jakes said crucify him, you Romans or you Edomites nailed him onto the cross. You touched our anointed, and you're touching the temple of the Most High still to this very day. The elect 144. Don't you think you're going to be cut off and die from that? You know what I'm saying? Did not David have a chance to smite King Saul in that cave? But he understood. That's why he only grabbed a piece of cloth from him, but he understood not to touch the Lord's anointed. You Edomites didn't understand that. Now y'all in some deep shit.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for y'all.
You know?
Y'all have anything else?
I got nothing else.
I just get one more and then we close it out.
Yeah,
It's Revelations 13:10. It says, he that leaveth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Oh, can you read verse 9 first?
Kind. This is Revelations 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the fate of the saints.
As the Lord said, we're gonna be in our rest with a double-edged sword in our hands. We're gonna be singing loud in our beds, so we're gonna be singing loud in our beds. Meaning we chilling, man. How the Edomites chilling on this side, not all of them, but the elite is really chilling. They got enough time to build space nations, underground bunkers, cyber, what you call it, CERN, underground, I don't know, the portal or something like that. They try. Me and the out was speaking earlier, me and Tazai was speaking earlier. It was like, it may be a portal that they're trying to get to the Most High and try to fight him and defeat him or something like that. Some crazy stuff that Esau would think of. That's some sci-fi stuff, but they're gonna try to fight the Most High. 2 Ezra chapter 13.
They're scared, but yet there's fight.
Yeah, because the Lord put that spirit on them to fight.
Yeah, kind of. This is the Lord's program.
Yeah. Hey, and they hasten up the time too with all this surveillance. Like what you call it? Revelation chapter 12, verse 12 goes into how the wrath of Satan, he knows that he has a short time. That's why he's making all these space stations and programs. And
He's trying to speed up the
pestilence,
process.
DHS, they doing pestilence and all that. Yo, they speeding up the time, man. You seen all these armored trucks coming on the railroad tracks, or you might be riding the highway, you may see like a Mack truck carrying like 2 armored trucks, maybe a Humvee too.
They gearing up.
And army color.
Okay. But all that gearing up that they're doing is going to come to naught, as the scripture said. Okay, and because they've always been dealing with the sword, that's how Esau always comes, with the sword and Christianity. You know, so he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Okay, and he that leaveth into captivity will go into captivity. He's about to go in. Okay, and we're talking about the high level elites. Okay, y'all people, y'all don't really matter. Y'all just extras.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
just like y'all extras, just like these 2/3, man. But I hope y'all brothers was edified. We can give all praise to Yahweh. Give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who will. Peace, love, salutations to the elect 144. And remember, Akim, Esau may have the surveillance, but we have the ultimate surveillance in the heavens right now. Okay? So we just want to say shalom.
Shalom.